Assuredly, you're tuned into the NFL on EA Sports. Two teams will need their quarterbacks to step up and lead their offenses on the gridiron today. It's the Brooklyn Barons going up against the Vikings.
EA Sports coverage takes us to one of the newest jewels on the NFL landscape, US Bank Stadium in Minneapolis. Nothing like the fanfare of introductions to an NFL game, and that was in evidence a moment ago. Fireworks, pyrotechnics, you name it. This crowd is ready as their guys get set to match up between our visitors and the Minnesota Vikings. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And look out, a big hit to the shoulder pads took him right off his feet. Possible run anticipation here as the D-line sandwiches together. The first carry now for Dalvin Cook. And he'll get this one up to the 26. 2 yards on the carry there. It'll be second down.
Partner, you know I love to point out when teams break tendency and do something a little bit different from the norm. But when you run the ball in the first play of the drive, that's not a tendency breaker at all. That's just trying to establish yourself as you move forward.
And the tight end goes in motion left. They run it again with Cook. And just a short gain that time as they're able to get him down. Just a couple on the ground there, and that's going to bring up third and about 6.
Well, so many times we look at a short run and we praise the offense for trying to set the tempo and establish things. But the defensive guys, hey, they just won the battle there. It wasn't a big run given up. They don't always have to absorb the body blows. Sometimes they dish them out themselves.
This defense looking for an early stop. This is third down and 6. They'll run it now out of the gun. They find some open field here. A big play for the Vikings on third down. 41 yards on the ground. They had trouble stopping the run last week in a loss, and here it rears its ugly head early.
You're supposed to try and get your confidence going after a loss like that where you gave up big yards running the football. This is not the way to go about it. It looks exactly as it did just a week ago.
First down, here's the run with Cook. A gain of 3, second down.
Looks like they're establishing a pretty good pattern here because they've been very heavy in the running game on the last 4 plays.
Yeah, you took the words right out of my mouth. So far, 4 plays in this drive, all 4 on the ground. On second down, Cook down right around the 25. 3 yards on the pickup. That's going to set up an interesting third and about 4 to go.
This drive is pretty clear. Almost feels like old school fundamentals, doesn't it? Want to impose their will on the defense. What's that, 5 straight runs?
Yeah, 5 straight carries to start this drive. And like you said, the way it's working, they may just stick with it. Third down, Dalvin Cook. Oh, he's got a little daylight. And he will have the first before he's brought down right on the chalk of the 20. They get 5 out of that one, and it moves the chains.
On third down, that's a good job of situational football and understanding where the first down marker was and getting there.
And a new set of downs here after picking up the first on the ground. Now a play fake here on first down. Steps away to his left. And avoids the contact by sliding. A nifty bit of scrambling there. 12 yards, first down.
Partner, he was going through his progressions. Not there, not there. After about the third one, he decided he better pull it down and run for it. And he slides down and avoids the hit for good measure.
Now they'll switch it up here and look to throw. The quick slant caught. A gain of 7 that time. Second and goal.
Seeing that play and understanding just how tough it is to cover tight ends, especially the ones running around the NFL nowadays, makes me glad I didn't make it in that league. I would have had a really difficult time.
But now you get to sit up here with me.
Yeah, and that's fun, isn't it? And what a really nice game right there on first down for them. Brings up a...
And he will take this one into the end zone for a Viking touchdown. A great effort there. His third touchdown now on the year. And the Vikings take the ball down the field and score on their opening drive. He's got it, and the Vikings take a 7-0 lead. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. First carry for Abdullah. Trying to find a lane, but instead he'll get back to the line of scrimmage and no more. No gain on the play. It'll be second down. So nothing there. I don't know that that's all in the back, though. You got to look at blocking there, don't you?
I would agree with that totally. At some point, they have to win at the point of attack. Instead, it was the defense getting it done again and holding them to no gain.
And some changes here as the D-line separates some. And the tight end, Ebron, in motion. And not a whole lot doing there as he'll get it up to about the 28-yard line. Calling about a gain of 3, and they'll be looking at a 3rd and 7 coming up.
In today's NFL, you hear all the time about stretching the field and creating space in order to run plays. A toss play will help accomplish that because now you're pushing a defense to chase you all the way to the edges and to the sideline. That's a nice run, probing now early to try and get things done later.
Throwing on 3rd down, Stafford. Well, this is taken in. It's complete. And he's finally taken down, but not before getting across midfield and across the 45-yard line. First down, Abdullah looking for a cutback lane, but nothing there as he's met at the line of scrimmage. Call it no gain on the play, and it'll be second down. Ten yards still left on second down. One inside the 35. Pretty good running there, 9 yards. Sets up a 3rd and 1.
And after that type of a run, there's some talking going on down on the field, but it's not trash talking. The guy who just carried the ball, he's going back and telling his offensive line, great job, keep it up, and we'll break that one soon.
They'll run here. Abdullah. Abdullah. Touchdown. Abdullah, his 4th touchdown on the year. And his guys are an extra point away from tying this thing up. So they went to the ground game on third, hoping to pick up the first. They also picked up a touchdown.
Offensive linemen so used in this situation to having to pass block. All right, you're looking at what it is, third down. They don't care that it's third and whatever. They figure they're going to throw the ball. And when you call a running play, I think you energize them. I think you juice them up because I haven't met offensive linemen yet that likes to pass block more than they like to run block. And they opened up some nice holes there for him, and he took it to the house.
And it's a pretty good return here as he'll get it up to the 29-yard line. And now out comes Minnesota. And that last drive, it was all about the ground game, ground and pound.
And I don't care how we're playing the game these days, offensive linemen still want to fire out and smack the guy opposite them and move the football on the ground. They feel better about that. That's what they want to do. That's how they want to play, and that's how they got it done.
Yeah, they got it for a touchdown last drive. Let's see what happens here. And as a defensive end, getting off the ball quickly, swarming to the football, making a tackle, that's what we saw right there.
Yeah, and that's what their job is. And really, a lot of the time, they have to throttle back a little bit in the run game because you know those defensive ends, they're like in a sprinter stance. They're just headed straight for the quarterback. That was good recognition on that play to hold him to no gain.
Again, it's Cook. And he'll be tackled just past the 35 at the 36. So they run it on second down. Now let's see what third down brings here for the offense.
Let's go. 1-9-1.
They'll set up to throw. He's going to flip that out to the flat. It's complete. And the broken tackle helps lead to a first down gain. It's a 10-yard pickup, and it moves the chains.
So many times you hear today's NFL described as a space game. Get your best players into space with the football in their hands. That's why sometimes you swing it out to your runner, get him out in the flat, and let him have a chance to make people miss an open field.
Now the Georgia Southern man, this is Jerick McKinnon. No dice this go-around. He's hit behind the line and taken down. Call it a loss of 2 on the play. And that'll make it 2nd and 12. To the ground, this time Cook. And this one's going to go the wrong way, losing yardage back at the 42. He lost 2 there, and it's third down.
Wow, that play got shut down in a hurry.
As soon as the snap came, you can see defensively they were just closing in. That was going nowhere.
Yeah, you count on your offensive line to give you a little bit of space, a little bit of time so you can make a move. There was none there for him.
The run hasn't worked the last couple of plays. Now it's 3rd and 14. Looking to throw. Flushed out right. And a big loss here as he's taken down.
Brandon, what I remember most about playing with guys who knew how to rush the passer, they would just tell you, just cover people for me, just long enough for me to get there. And that's exactly what happened on that play.
And the kick's away as he angles this one for the sideline. And this one will not be returnable as it sails out of bounds. Out comes this offensive unit as they get set to take over here. The last possession, these guys were able to tie the game with a touchdown and then front.
Yeah, let's give a big assist to the defense who got the ball back. The special teams went out there, handled things. They've got it. They've got momentum. I know they're eager to get out there and put it on display.
This is Abdullah looking for a seam but finding none. He'll get back to the line of scrimmage, and that's it. Officially no gain on the play, and it's 2nd down. And he'll give it here to his running back. And there is nowhere for him to cut back as he's taken down in the backfield. They'll lose a yard, and it brings up third.
I'd say the staff that's up in the booth watching the game, they may want to file that one away. See how fast the free safety closed to make that play? Might want to check into a throw the next time.
To throw on third down, Stafford. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
Pressure, and that's certainly going to be a key to this game going forward. And that time, they were able to get in there and influence the throw. And remember, quarterbacks got to get rid of it. They don't have the tuck rule that they can fall back on anymore.
And here now the punter, Martin, booming this one away. This is taken at the 18. There he goes left side. Touchdown, Vikings.
When you got a guy that fast back there to receive punts, that's a nightmare for the guy game planning, the special teams coach, but it's also a nightmare for the punter. Sometimes they get so nervous that they hit the ball and kick it right to him.
And he's got it. It's now a 14-7 ball game. So after the punt return touchdown, let's see what their opponents can do with this kickoff. That's fielded in the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. Now this offense about ready to take over again. And they're coming off a 3-and-out, my friend.
I think they've got to look at that play sheet and go to a spot that they haven't gone before. Time to shake things up a little bit to try and get this offense moving.
Okay, so how do you do that? How do you shake things up?
You look at what you've called before, realize it hasn't worked so well.
Go to something else.
And maybe you try and find one of those special plays from one of your better players, and maybe try and hit something big and get things going in the excitement area.
They pick up 12 on the play there, and they move the chains.
Absolutely love the run right there. This guy's known for his quickness, but also for his speed, and he's able to get to the second level almost before you blink if you give him any type of blocking. Always talk about slot receivers, and they're usually known as quicker than fast. In this case, we've got a guy who's quick and fast, and he used it to great advantage.
Now a handoff here to his running back, and he's got it up over the 40 to the 41. It's a pickup of 4, and it'll bring up second down.
Not a run that you're going to write home about, but still a good first down run. That's what an offense calls staying on schedule. 3 to 4 yards on first down, you're set up very well for the rest of the drive.
They don't need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. Let's see if they do it anyway. And to give this time to the tailback. And he's out of bounds just before the midfield stripe at the 49. 1:59 to go in the first half. More from Minneapolis after this. A toss to Abdullah. And they go backwards here, losing yardage back at the 48-yard line. It's a loss of a yard there, and now second down. Off of play action. Here's Stafford. Pressure coming from the Vikings, and they get there and bring him down. Linval Joseph breaking through to get him for a loss of 7. First and second down were a disaster. Both went backwards. Now it's 3rd and 18. They need something big. Stafford now to throw. He's going to rifle one deep left side. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off by the former first-rounder Trey Waynes. And he will take this one home. It's a touchdown. And from down in Miami, an update. Patriots continuing to roll, opening their lead up even further. And we'll keep an eye on that one as our game goes along here. It's good, and it is now 21-7. So they throw the pick six. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. And now back out comes the offense. And what do you think goes on here in this situation? If you got the football, you're trailing, you're back in your own territory with just a little time. Do you try something?
You're thinking about jump-starting your team, right? You just mentioned it. They're down. They're trying to get back into the game. But you got to figure, if something goes wrong, you may have put yourself in a spot where you may not be able to come back in the second half. Managing risk, this is a big decision here.
And some extras coming up on the line here, readying for the blitz. And not a whole lot doing there as he'll get it up to about the 28-yard line. Give him 3 on first down. It'll set up a 2nd and 7.
Defenses always talk about earning the right to rush the passer on third down. And you know what offenses want? Win first down so they can set the...
And the pressure gets to him and brings him down. Stafford is sacked. Linval Joseph in there to pick up his 2nd sack now of the afternoon. This offense so far on third down, they've hit 2 for 4 thus far. This is going to be 3rd and 13. Out of the gun, Stafford. And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off by Harrison Smith. And he's given his guys a shot for late points as they will take over in range for a field goal or maybe more. Really nice starting field position here for the offensive unit. They'll come out throwing here on first down. And he's going to be taken down back around the 35-yard line. Now a timeout taken. Perhaps a chance for one more quick play and then another timeout if they hurry. We'll see. From the shotgun, he'll look to throw. That is caught right at the 10-yard line. And he is out of bounds right around the 10-yard line. That one goes for 24 yards. So with 1 second left in the half, on is the field goal unit. And the 10-year vet knocks it through the goalpost. So we've reached... All right, folks, eager to get back to this Week 4 matchup. We won't put up a fight. Both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3. So here they come, the road team now getting the football first to start this third quarter. They trail offense, first time to touch the ball in quarter 3, and we'll see what they can do.
And I can't wait to see what they have planned, because some teams script to start a half. Other teams just go, okay, these are the sequence of plays we want to run. These things worked well for us. And sometimes they throw in that big chunk play right away.
Shocker.
Try and get after them early and try and create a big play to give themselves some momentum.
See what they have up their sleeve.
Well, we all know the guy carrying the ball is going to get the credit, both in the stat line and probably in the newspaper. But guess what? Those guys creating holes, they couldn't feel better about themselves right now. Offensive line, tight end, probably even the wide receivers are involved. They're moving the ball well.
And he's going to lose yards. They take him down at the 26. They'll wind up losing 3. And now it's third down.
If these guys are going to chop into that deficit, they got to do a much better job in the run game. Caught behind the line of scrimmage, no yardage to be found.
On third down, Stafford. And he couldn't hang on to it through the contact. Incomplete.
And we're into the second half now. This is an offense that continues to struggle to sustain a drive.
Looks like they're just totally out of sync, whether they're running the ball, passing the ball like we saw there. I don't know. The rhythm seems off. He gets this away as he'll wisely, I'd say, angle this to the sideline. It's the Vikings' turn on offense. We get ready for their first possession of the second half. This is sort of what you would call a put-away drive, isn't it? They score here, especially a touchdown. It's almost out of reach.
It certainly feels that way, and I think that they're going to call their plays accordingly because what you really want to do, even though you know the scoreboard is still up there and the game's going to go on, I think you can take the spirit away from another team, that their drive and will to come back and win can be taken with another score right here.
Still third quarter, but you just get that feel.
Yeah, they're teetering right there on the brink, aren't they?
And the D-line pinching together must be expecting the run.
Let's go. Flex round. Flex round.
Now McKinnon. And he will lose yardage here back at the 23-yard line. A loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's second down.
That goes down as a loss against his rushing stats. But really, should he have to absorb that one? He had no chance on that play before they overwhelmed him.
Pretty much on top of him before he could take his first step.
Let's go. White 90. White 90. Flex round. Flex round.
Here again is McKinnon. And he'll take it forward for about 5 up to the 28-yard line.
They're trying to show that they can run the ball and protect this lead. Give it to the backs, play a little bit of keep away, don't you think?
And that's probably a good philosophy at this point, going to make that defense stand up and stop them. The Vikings on third down. They've been good, 3 for 4 thus far. This is 3rd and 8.
Let's go.
He'll look to throw. He's going to sling this deep downfield. And this will be caught at the 30. Touchdown, Vikings. A big play there. His second touchdown on the season. And the Vikings are going to add on to their lead. And correct me if I'm wrong, that was just a simple fly route, wasn't it?
No, there's nothing to correct at all. You've got it down pat. And I just remember as a player, when I'd be in practice sessions and I'd hear 9 from the receivers, that meant fly route, go, look out. That was the 9, and he just kept going all the way into the end zone for the touchdown.
And here now the offense heading back out there. And with this deficit, you can't have too many more drives like the last drive where you had to punt it away.
You know what I would tell my offense right here? The punter doesn't exist, guys. He doesn't even exist. He's not a team anymore. I just cut him, all right? So you've got to go out and create some offense.
And Abdullah lost the football. And the Vikings pick up the football. And his crew will take over with a football at the 35-yard line. And when he was at Nebraska, Abdullah was known to have some fumble issues.
I remember it well coming out in the draft. It was a big topic of conversation. Could that be cured? You know, why did he have the type of fumbles he had? It continues now. There has to be a heavy emphasis on it because he is a talented, talented player. But if he keeps turning the ball over, we'll never know just how good he can be.
Left side, Cook. And he's got some space here. Space to run past the 20. And he's taken down, but not before reaching the 10-yard line. 25 yards the pickup there, and also a first down.
I'm still an old-school football guy, and anytime you see a big-time running play, that fires me up. And if I'm on offense right now, in the position they're in now, inside the 10-yard line, I think after the way they've run it, they've set themselves up for a good play-action pass opportunity right here.
And this play doesn't go anywhere. Backwards, losing yardage to the 11.
Well, partner, I guess sometimes it's just a matter of philosophy. Some say run it until they absolutely stop you, and others say, well, when you think they're about to stop you, fool them a little bit. I guess they should have tried to fool them on that play.
Flex round. Flex round.
They'll look to throw here. His throw incomplete.
Let's face it, you can run the route tree as many times as you want, get in sync, practice it, do all those things. But once you get to game speed, it doesn't always time up quite that well. That one goes incomplete.
And this offense on third down today, they've been near perfect, 4 for 5 to this point. This is 3rd and goal.
Come on, let's go. Ohio. 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 Flex round. Flex round. Flex round. Flex round. Flex round. Flex round. Flex round.
They'll drop to throw. intercepted. Darius Slay with a pick. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. But they needed a break. They needed to make a play here in the third quarter defensively. They did that. Now they got to go quickly and get some points on the board.
And the best part is that they made their own break. Taking the ball away. Now they just look at their offense and saying, guys,
let's go.
Come on, capitalize on this one.
They'll run it now out of the gun. Fights forward for only about a yard up to the 21.
Not a big run on the first play of the drive, but that doesn't necessarily mean it was a bad play. Sometimes you're just trying to settle in, get your guys a little bit of contact, and get things moving.
And the tight end Ebron in motion. Now they'll run it on the toss. Room here to run. And he goes out of bounds across the 40-yard line. That burst good for 20 and a first down.
Any team that successfully runs a toss play cannot do it with an offensive line that can't move. You've got to have mobile players, especially those tackles, who can move laterally and seal the edge in order for the back to get upfield.
And a new set of downs here after picking up the first on the ground. The slot man in motion right. Now they try the right side here. And that play went nowhere. Losing yardage. It'll be back at the 36. That'll be a loss of 4 yards on the play. And that's going to make it 2nd and 14. They'll try the air now with Stafford. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Sharif Floyd with a great push up front. He picks up the sack and a loss of 8. Need something for deep in the bag of tricks here after 1st and 2nd down went backwards. It's 3rd and very long. Stafford. Flush to his right. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete. Here's Sam Martin now, as he'll come on to kick this one away. He gets this away. It's a good one, drawing toward the sidelines. And this punt sails over the sideline. And the spot, it looks to be right at the 25-yard line. Elsewhere, a third quarter score. Now, you saw the score at the bottom of your screen a moment ago. We got a good one going on there. Remember to keep an eye on the ticker, of course, at the bottom of your screen for updates on that game and others around the NFL. Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. And they will not get the connection there. It's incomplete.
That one didn't quite make it to the target, but that's not always a function of the strength of the arm of the quarterback, is it? Sometimes there's just too much pressure there. In any case, the ball doesn't arrive.
Offense still needing 10 yards. 2nd down. Off the play fake, he'll look to throw. And he's just going to get rid of this thing. To no one here, he throws it away, and now it's 3rd.
No grounding call there. He had a receiver near the right sideline. It was pretty clear there. He just needed to get rid of that one.
And he did have a receiver in the area, but initially my view was obstructed, and I thought that was going to be grounding, but clearly the correct call made, and that is no call.
Is that why you threw your play sheet down? Is that why you did it? Was that the flag?
You can't be giving me up. I got a lot of issues up here in the booth. The Vikings on third down. They've converted 4 times out of 6. Not bad. This is 3rd and 10. They'll run it now out of the gun. No gain on the play there. A nice job defensively. And it likely forces a punt situation on 4th.
One of the things I love about this game is there's a match of wits throughout the game. Who's going to get the advantage? Who's going to catch someone off guard? I feel like the offense thought they might catch the defense off balance with that play call, but unfortunately, that didn't work for them.
And now a high kick trying to pin them back. Now a hit and a loose football. And the Vikings pick up the football. The 20. And they're going to bring this one back. It's a fumble return, a scoop and score for the Vikings. Around the NFL, third quarter at Mercedes-Benz Stadium in Atlanta. Now you saw the score at the bottom of your screen a moment ago. We got a good one going on there. We'll keep you updated on that one as it progresses. And you can bet they're preaching 2 hands on the ball here as the kick's away following that fumble return. So out now comes the offense back onto the field. They have been struggling. I would imagine at halftime they went through some possible changes. Well, those changes aren't working, so now where do you go?
I think that now it's much more in their head. And what I mean by that is just what you said. You've gone over the changes. I bet they were pretty clinical at the half, not too emotional. They might need to go to the emotional side because you've got to find something, some spark somewhere. And so far, just being calm hasn't exactly worked.
They need any spark at this point. Now a first down throw. Stafford. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. And he'll be out of bounds up past the 45. A good pickup there, a 22.
I know exactly what's going to be said about that play from the defensive perspective.
What's that?
That's why I tell all you guys we need more than one tackler to the ball. He broke the first tackle. Luckily enough, there were more people there to get him down.
Back now at beautiful new U.S. Bank Stadium. As we've got the final quarter upon us, we get ready to start the 4th. So the offense has it 1st and 10. So the D-line's going to spread out.
Hey, tag Chrissy left. Hey, you're on an island over there. You're on an island. Hey, easy, easy. Hey, tag real right, 22. Jump.
Stafford on first down. Oh, he dropped it. And that's pretty indicative of the way this one's gone. Another wayward pass. You know, things started out poorly in this game, and to be frank, they just really haven't gotten much better.
And all that does is embolden the secondary. They feel good about what's going on, and they just play better and better.
On 2nd and 10, Stafford being chased out, and he can't get rid of it. He's taken down. Anthony Barr from his outside linebacker spot. He gets him down here for a loss of 4. The offense on third down, lacking much success, just 2 for 7 to this point. This is 3rd and 14. Time running out here on the play clock. And that'll be accepted, of course, and that moves him back 5. So a costly penalty and now a tougher third down situation. In motion right is Tate. 3rd and long. It's Stafford. And incomplete. The contact made the ball roam free and brings up 4th down.
That would have been a great catch, but it's real difficult to hold on to it because it was contested all the way. Would have been a great play if he'd been able to haul that one in.
This is away and a very good kick, angled for the sidelines. And out now come the Vikings. They're out in front. Last time they had to punt it away. We'll see if they can add to their lead now.
They don't want to go out and punt it away again. This team now wants to get a cushion, put people away. They want to run their offense and have it end up in the end zone.
The drive will start with an option going left. On the carry, it's Cook. And he's going to get this one across the 30-yard line. They give him 14 yards that time and a fresh set of downs.
Brandon, it's all about pace and tempo now for them. They've got the advantage, so I'm going to put musical terms for you. You don't want to go prestissimo. That's too quick, too lively, right? But you also don't want to slow it down too much. You don't want to go lento. What you really want to be is moderato. Nice and even, nice and steady, get those gains, and close out the game.
I think that chicken parm from last night's gone to your head. He'll wind up losing a yard on the play, and it'll be 2nd and 11. Now a shotgun snap as they'll look to throw. Now he'll escape to his left. And off his back foot, he'll heave this one deep. It's caught inside the 25. Now he'll be shoved to the turf that time, right at the 20. And the defense with their backs against the wall a little bit here as the offense is in the red zone. Another tote for the workhorse this afternoon. It's Cook. And he's brought down just outside of the 10 at the 11. It'll be a pickup of 10 yards. And that'll make it 2nd and a foot or so.
Not an ideal spot to be on 1st down, but I love that the play caller did not immediately abandon the running game and say, okay, we've got to throw it in order to pick it up. Stayed with the run, was rewarded with a big-time pickup. Now they're in 2nd and manageable.
He'll fight forward maybe to the line of scrimmage, but that's all. Not enough there for a first. No gain, as a matter of fact. And it leaves them at 3rd and 1. The Vikings on 3rd down. They've hit 4 of 7. They're up against a 3rd and 1 situation. And he'll give it here to his running back. And they got 3 yards. That's enough. A conversion, and now it's 1st and goal.
Brandon, this can be so demoralizing for a defense. They've had 2 opportunities to get off the field. They haven't gotten it done. So now your coordinator is going to call every blitz that he has, any type of exotic, something that they haven't seen before. And he's also telling the defensive lineman, don't worry about holding people up. Just get in gaps and try and make a big play.
And not only not getting off the field on 2 opportunities, clock continuing to run. They'll run it now out of the gun. And they're going to get him down, but not before a pretty good run right there. 7 big yards on the carry there to get him within range of the goal line with 3rd down upcoming. They'll come out in the pistol. And the wideout in motion. 3rd and goal now. The defense looking to hold serve again. And they are going to score again. Yet another touchdown as they just add to their totals.
Is it okay if I break one of our rules, partner, which is to never call a game over until it's over? Because this certainly feels like it's over after that drive.
Yeah, that was spirit-crushing, wasn't it? And now you just kind of felt the air go out of the balloon.
Yeah, they were fighting so hard to stay in there, and they knew they had to stop them on that drive. But when they were unable to, I think you're exactly right. You could see them sag on their sideline, and I think this one might just be over.
This will be taken about the 12. And he nearly broke that for more, but as it is, they'll start this drive at about the 37-yard line. Now this offense ready to head back out there. These guys had to punt their last possession, and that's become too familiar of a refrain. Too many of these drives just wound up going nowhere.
But you know how in baseball, when the pitcher gets a base hit and he's on base, they bring his jacket out to him to keep him warm? A lot of times the punter goes to the sideline, puts on sweatpants or a wrap over his leg to keep it warm. He might need a massage from the trainer right now from all the work he's getting.
On first down, it's Stafford. Now they go screen. It's complete. And he will lose yardage back to the 34-yard line. A loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's second down. And this will probably be the final play before the 2-minute warning. Now a handoff here to his running back. And he will lose yardage back to the 34-yard line. Time for a break. We'll come back and wrap up garbage time after this. This offense so far on third down, they've struggled to the tune of 2 for 8 so far. This is going to be 3rd and 13. Stafford. And a throw right sideline is complete. A gain of 19 and picking up the first. Offense for them has been at a premium. You wonder where plays like that have been all game long.
They're thinking the exact same thing themselves, but they're also looking forward now because now these plays are really for next week, trying to get some momentum going.
Now they'll run it on the toss. And he's going to be stopped up at about the 47-yard line. Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9. 2nd down following the run. And a give this time to the tailback. A 6-yard pickup on the ground that time, and that'll make it 3rd and 4 coming up.
Frustrating for a defense, energizing for an offense. Finding a way to create that type of yardage in your running game, that'll make the guys carrying the ball very, very happy.
Now they'll run it on the toss. And he'll take it inside the 40 to the 39-yard line. He needed 3. He got 2. Now that'll set up an interesting situation here on 4th and a yard. Desperation time for Stafford on 4th down. He's going to have his running back. It's complete. 9 yards on the pickup, and that'll be good enough for the first. Felt compelled to go for it there on 4th down, trailing in the 4th quarter. They got it done.
And there's always a lot of pressure on a 4th down call. Doesn't matter the distance. You stop to get it done, as you noted, and they did.
Around the NFL, 4th quarter right now in Atlanta. And the Falcons sort of opening things up there. If they hang on, that would up their win total to 5 on the season so far. And the back goes into motion. On 1st and 10, Stafford. And he'll be a couple yards shy of the red zone here at the 22-yard line. Now before this 2nd down play, we'll get whistles and a timeout, as it'll come with 15 seconds to play in the ball game. Here's Stafford now on 2nd down. That is caught inside the 5. And one of the whistles for a timeout. So they'll stop the clock here in a game that's been decided in the closing seconds. Looking to jam the receivers at the line here. Press coverage look defensively. Again, it's Stafford. And that is incomplete. 7 seconds remaining. Golden Tate, his intended receiver. And it's second down.
Those throwing windows get a lot tighter near the end zone, don't they? And here's the thing. You already probably have 3 points in your hip pocket. You force a throw here and give up an interception, you come away with nothing.
And especially tough in the middle third of the field where he threw that one. To the air again, Stafford. And this is going to be intercepted. Snags it for the pick. So now he's equaled his interception total from a week ago. Remember, Charles, he had 3 last week.
And you know, all week long he vowed to take that number down. Told the guys on the team, don't worry, things are going to pick up. I've got this. But he is in a major league rut right now. Let's see if his teammates can pick him up along the way.
You're right. He talked about being cool, calm, collective, rebounding. Not rebounding right here. Victory formation time for the Vikings as they'll take a knee here. Well, Charles, it's one thing to win. It's another thing to win and put up the amount of points that they did. Boy, were they clicking on offense.
They can't help but feel great about themselves, can they? I mean, what a game to put up that number of points, continually feel like they're moving the ball and things are working and clicking. They think that they can bottle this and carry it with them.
And as an offensive coordinator, you just don't think you can do anything wrong. Whatever you call, run, pass, it's all going to work.
That's called being in the zone.
So for Minnesota, they're on a nice early roll as they move to 3-1 with a win here. And they'll hit the road next week to take on the Baltimore Ravens. Meanwhile, for our visitors, they'll fall back to 500 at 2-2. And they'll look to get back on the beam next week as they host the Pittsburgh Steelers. So that'll do it for us. For my partner, Charles Davis, and all the hard-working men and women on our crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL right here on EA Sports. It's a win for the Vikings as we say so long from Minneapolis.